Hello, friend. This is Ajay from Optimus Coaching. Are you feeling stressed about the current COVID 19 pandemic? In this video, I'll share how fear and anxiety about COVID 19 took over my life and how I managed to get over it. Hope this video will help you find your own response to this global threat, or for that matter, any other issue you might be facing in life. The topic of today's video is our emotional telescope. So when COVID 19 started impacting our life, most of us were feeling disillusioned, worried, and fearful. And I was one of them. I was totally taken over by this fear, so much so that I was watching news every 30 minutes. And in between the news, I was checking the COVID count on Worldometer, and in between reading the articles about the virus. And so it totally took control of my life, so much so that it started impacting how I turned up for my work, how I was interacting with my family and my friends. And and after spending few days in this fear, I remembered a beautiful insight on Telescope by Tom Morris, and it helped me navigate the inner storm which I was going through. And thanks Tom for that. So we all have seen a telescope. So a telescope has a smaller end and a bigger end. When you look through the smaller end, things which are further away looks closer and bigger. And if you flip the telescope and look from the other end, the bigger end, things which are closer will look far. Now, our mind also have an emotional telescope for our feeling and our thoughts. And knowingly or unknowingly, we use it, especially when we face a problem or issue. When things are not going as per our requirement, we use our small end of our telescope to make that problem bigger in our mind. And when we see that problem is huge, we feel helpless, frightened, anxious, worried about that problem. And we just have to change how we are looking to that at that problem. Maybe look at from the bigger end of the telescope. You're in a telescope, that problem will seem to be smaller, and then you will feel more courageous, confident, and stronger to tackle that problem. Now, the problem is same. Nothing has changed. It's just your perspective about that problem has changed in your mind, and you feel empowered to tackle that problem. Now, threat of COVID-19 is huge. I'm no way implying that we shouldn't take any necessary precaution, but I was looking through smaller end of my mind's telescope, and made it so big that I was unable to look beyond that. Now, when I get anxious about COVID 19, I remember to flip my telescope. And not just for this global threat. Whenever I feel face a challenge or a problem, I remember my telescope. What about you? Which side of telescope are you using currently? And which side will you use in future? Think about it. And before closing, I just want to say a big thank you for all your responses on my first video. I'm really grateful to you all. And if you like this video, please share with your family and friend. Until next time, namaste.